the folks that are not educated about HIV, I worry about the most, because those are the ones that will be at risk. Get knowledgeable, because you can have a life.
Sure, we're at risk. We think we don't get pregnant. Maybe we don't have to worry about STDs, but not so.
Do you realize that everybody that I've slept with, you're going to sleep with? Do you realize? I mean, really?
Let's be honest. Man's not going to tell you everything that he's done, or is going to do, or will do.
I think we know we're at risk, but we don't like to think about it.
Women have to take the initiative to worry about themselves, because that man's not going to worry about you.
I've heard from a number of men that HIV is not in the heterosexual population.
HIV isn't HIV like it used to be. You can't look at someone like you could years ago and say, uh-oh, something's wrong.
This is a good guy, and he's only been with nice people, but you never know who those people have been with.
It's just a risk that women have taken, especially women that were married for a lot of years and who thought that, oh, this isn't, I'm with my husband, I don't do nothing, I don't go nowhere, so it's not going to happen to me. And guess what? It's happening to a lot of women right now because of that situation.
It's uncomfortable to talk about sex, but it's now check this out. This is a dichotomy. It's uncomfortable to talk about it, but it's wonderful to have. Isn't that weird? So why can't we just talk about it?
Women don't get it. They just, especially the older women, they don't want to talk about using a condom, or they don't want to think. They think that this disease just isn't going to get them.
We need to talk about how we're going to protect me, instead of us talking about how we're going to take care of you. Let's talk about, taking care of me.
You can say, well, there are really some risks here. It's riskier for me. If you're not thinking about how it is for me, now, I'm not sure you will later.
There's some cultures that you don't even speak to that person about wearing a condom or not wearing a condom. It's just a no-go. So today, for women today, it's really hard.
My girlfriend said, "Do you like this guy?" I says, "Yeah." "Okay, so we're going to cut to the chase," she says. Okay. What do you mean? Oh, you're dancing around this, all right? You know what's going to raise his head? He said, the big S thing. I said, oh, well, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. She said, no, it's been enough, okay?
So as the conversations grew and as our attraction grew, he's actually the one who introduced the subject, and it was actually very elegant. He is a very elegant man.
I didn't want to go back to his apartment without talking about that. So I said, I've been in this marriage all this time. This is the only person I have been with. I'm not dating people, and you need to use the safe. That's what you need to. I cannot come back to the space. I definitely won't feel comfortable being intimate with you. I really need to know your status, so I want to get it all out here, and we need to talk about it. And if we can't, then I can't do this.
He said to me, we're both parents. It's clear we're both, that the attraction that we had from our 20s is still alive and rekindled. And I've been tested for HIV, so I'm asking you to be tested too, if this is something that you want.
If I've had a lab visit or a doctor's visit, I've sometimes, and I've been dating someone, I thought, well, this might develop. I've had a lab test done and I have the sheet. So I can say, I got tested last month or just recently. Have you been tested?
We wanted to both start this new life together with a clean slate intellectually, emotionally, and then obviously physically. Because that's when we're coherent and clear is when everything can go deep and when it's sweetest. And when we're not honest with ourselves either in our hearts or in our minds or in our bodies, that's when the crazies start. And I think we've all had enough of crazies.
So it's up to you. And it doesn't really matter to me what other women do, so there's no point in bringing up what other women do. I'm just saying for myself, in order for me to feel relaxed and happy and comfortable about this, you need to use a safe. So he went and got a bunch of condoms. I don't use enough. And that's what we used.
I'm much less impulsive or romance channel driven, thinking, oh, if I sleep with him, maybe then he'll love me, or whatever that crazy mindset is, or I will love him. I think we confuse the two.
I'm willing to have that conversation with someone and, you know, whatever response they give me, but at least the person realized I will definitely advocate for myself. And I would hope they would want a woman who insists.
I decided to just try something simple, like saying to this person, you know, I find that I'm attracted to you. And the simple phrase, I'm attracted to you, makes them smile, first of all. It awakens their heart and it awakens my heart. And at the same time, the intensity of the attraction drops by about 50%. So it gives both of us room to think, gives both of us room to breathe, it gives both of us room to ponder, do I really want to pursue this attraction or not?
I also have learned to take quite a while to get involved with someone because I'm looking for people to know and have fun with, but not to sleep with, or a committed relationship. So I'm much slower. That's an important thing to bring out.
All I can tell you is it gets easier to have these conversations and they get more elegant.
I think being prepared to walk away or at least delay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because one exposure.
Find out. I get a HIV test with my physical every year. I mean, come on, hiding in the sand is not going to help you. You're not going to get to be 75, I can tell you, with that attitude, all right? So you got to find out.
Our jobs as mothers aren't over. We used to be very protective of our kids. This is still, we should want to protect ourselves, but we want to continue being good mothers and grandmothers, and you don't want to have an extra disease. Or a disease.
So I would say protect yourself. Just protect yourself. You know, stop talking about, and if you're older than 50, my mother's in her 70s. And I ask her about do you use them? For real.
The more you learn, the better you'll be with yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll be able to take care of yourself. But the thing is, you have to get out there and you have to learn, because this is not a disease that is going to sit in the closet and attack just drug users and gay men. It's coming after us women.